Hey guys, I'm back with the day 3 of why I think teaching is hard. And this one is a biggie for me because I think it kind of blow up what we know about the way our educational system is set up. And that is the hierarchy of knowledge. I am, like I said before, I'm getting my doctorate. So I have read a lot. I'm reading a lot about educational leadership, about the structure of education, why our days look the way they are, why everything is structured the way it is. And I am really starting to think, based on what I've been reading, my years as an educator, and what my gut is telling me is that we are doing this all wrong. The notion that the principal is the smartest, the principal, this one person, is most knowledgeable, and underneath them would be an assistant principal or assistant principals, and they would be the second most knowledgeable people in the building. And then underneath them would be your teacher leaders, department chairs, teaching specialists. They would be the third most knowledgeable. And then at the bottom would be teachers. This whole concept that if you need help or assistance or professional development, that teachers must go to your teacher leaders because somehow they know more. And then if teacher leaders need assistance, then they go to an assistant principal because the assistant principal is supposed to know more than the teacher leaders and the teachers. And then you have the principal who runs everything, and they're supposed to be the smartest and most knowledgeable in the entire building. And I think that is necessarily not, and I think that is not necessarily true. How one person, one brain, no matter how brilliant and smart and how good of a leader or manager they are, there is no way that this one person should control the knowledge or control what's going on in the building. Like, it shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be like at the top is the quintessential know-it-all for an educational building. It just makes absolutely no sense. And what kind of bothers me is that you always think of, okay, well, that's a traditional public school. Then you have these non-traditional schools. You have charter schools. And you would think that charter schools would be somewhat of anti-public education. They're different. They want to do things differently. But in a lot of cases, a lot of times, their setup is just identical to what they do in a traditional public school. So what makes teaching hard is it's very difficult to try to convince people who are above you in the hierarchy that you are knowledgeable about what you're doing more so than maybe they are. And nobody's going to buy that. I can't go to my teacher leader or my assistant principal, darn sure not my principal, and say, I know more about this pedagogy. I know more about this content. I know more about this strategy than you do, because that's not the way it works. It kind of blows up and eradicates everything that we've been taught in school. So teaching is hard because teachers are valued in society as the ones who work closest with the kids. We are valued as the one who molds the kids the most. But in our system, we are respected less when it comes to how to run a classroom, how to run a school, our pedagogy and our strategies, because most of our information comes top down. I think we're getting better with having teacher leaders, and I think we're getting better with our PLCs, and we're getting teachers more input, and we are empowering teachers. But by far, our system is still very teacher, teacher leader, AP, principal. So that is what makes teaching hard, because teachers are knowledgeable. We know a lot, we have a voice, and we want to say a lot, and we want a bigger part in what goes on in our school building, what goes on in our district. But because of this system of hierarchy, there is just no way that a lowly teacher or a group of teachers will be able to be as impactful as we could be and as we should be. So that is my number 3 for why I think teaching is hard. I want to know what your thoughts are. If you agree with me, please let me know down below. And if you disagree, that's okay too. Let me know. Tomorrow I will be back with part 4 of my series, Teaching is Hard, Why? Until next time, mwah, mwah, mwah. See you later.